Hello everybody, I am going to do our flat tour now, and I just wanted to do a quick disclaimer. We are going to move into another flat in exactly 1 week, so not everything is as tidy as I want it to be. I am also going to talk about the things that are working for us in this flat and the things that are not, and also maybe some changes I want to do in the new flat. So I hope you enjoy this, and let's hop right into it. So I am standing in our little entryway right now, and behind me I have our entry door. In front of that we actually have a little shoe closet, but it's just a fabric one, so nothing very special. And we also have our Christmas tree laying out there because there is just no space in this flat for it. And then I have some coats hanging directly on the door, which is not the best thing you can do for your coats. And then we also have some coats hanging on this rack right here. If I could go back in time and change this clothing rack to a proper wardrobe, I would totally do it, because when we bought it, it really fitted the vibe of the whole flat. But we did not think about that. We were going to get some cats, and some of the coats have been getting very hairy. I really like the little sleeping cat bed that we have right here. It's very beautiful. But yeah, also we did put some shoes in the shelf on the rack, but had to remove them. If you've watched my haul, you might know that Liv actually destroyed one of my shoes, and that was when all of them were moved either outside or into the bedroom. It's not the lightest entryway either. I actually have the bedroom door open right now, which usually is closed at all times because we do not want the cats in the bedroom. To my right there is the bathroom, and to the left the stairs which will go up. And I also have a mirror hanging right behind me, which kind of brightens up the space, and also I think a mirror is key in your entryway. So this is the bathroom. I really like the bathroom. It's a very modern bathroom. We have a walk-in shower, which I have nothing bad to say about. Absolutely love showering in there. And then we have a heating rack where you could hang up your towels and make them warm, but we never actually plugged that one in. And then we have, you know, our sink and toilet. And I think the thing I love most about this bathroom is the big mirror. It just brightens up the room, which it really needs because there is no window in here. The little nook, well, it's a big nook, it's not a little nook, provides a lot of space where you can put things, which we had to take advantage of. I would love something like that in a minimal kind of setup with maybe some plants, but that was just not possible for us in here. We have 2 IKEA shelves standing on that wall. As you can see, the bottom shelves are empty because we had to move all the towels from the bottom to the top of the shelves because the cats would lay on them and they would start to smell, and that wasn't very pleasant. Looking back on that, we probably should have gotten something with doors again, just so the cats cannot lay on that. They usually tend to not go into the top part of the shelves, which is good. We've also been thinking about not having them in our bathroom in the new flat, but we have to figure that one out so we can get the most of the shelves again. But we actually have to always have that door open because there is another room right behind me. So this is our laundry slash storage slash cat little room. We have our washing machine and dryer right here. I love that washing machine. It's from LG, and it's just we've been having it over 2 years now, not having any problems whatsoever with it. And I just love the sound it makes. I love when my laundry is finished and it plays that little melody. It's just the cutest thing ever. And in contrast to that, the dryer is nerve-wracking. It just peeps and peeps and peeps until you finally put it off, and the laundry machine just does its little sound, and then it's done and waits for you patiently to get out the laundry. We also have 2 shelves in here where we are storing some of our bits. One where we have especially our cleaning products. Also our Christmas decoration is in here. Our luggage. It's just the room where everything goes. That's not a very pleasant look, and also it's the perfect spot for the cat litter box, or one of them. We have 2. So yeah, that's it about this room. This is our bedroom, and it's a room I've originally been very, very proud of, but it kind of changed very quickly. So because nobody is going into the bedroom except for us, it quickly became the room where things would be stored, and that's not a very great thing to have in the room where you want to relax and sleep in, do you? So basically what we have here is, I love this wall behind me. We painted it in this specific color I was looking for before we moved in. It's the only thing we did with coloring walls or wallpaper in this flat. Then our bed is made out of European pallets, which, you know, is a very affordable way to do a bed. It's also just a 160 and not a 180. We both do love to have one mattress, so if we were ever going to get a 180 bed, we would definitely get like one mattress and not 2 separate ones. We cannot stand that. Whenever we travel and are in a hotel room where we have 2 separate mattresses, that's not working for us at all. We like to cuddle when we are sleeping, so yeah. that's something about that. Also, so far we haven't really needed much more space than the 160, so it's sufficient. We are not going to change that for the new flat. We have been thinking about it, but our main goal is to one day have a house and then get a great bed. So there's just no point at all in getting a different bed in the meantime, as long as this one is still working, and it is. We also have the bed made that the nightstands are also like integrated into the bed. We also have like a headboard, and then on this side of the room I have my clothing rack. We have an IKEA Pax standing right there, which you're going to see in the cutaway. It's the taller one, and we originally had planned to have 2 of those. What we had not realized was that at the end of this wall the ceiling is actually lower, so getting another one of those in there was just not a possibility. So the only thing we could have done is go for the smaller option IKEA has. But in the end we just put the, it's called warm, we put the sideboard just in there. It fitted perfectly, but doesn't offer as much storage as we need. And we are getting a new wardrobe for the new flat, just to have a clean clothing space again. What I love about this room is that the lamp and the mirror actually tie in everything, with also the black curtains. We do not have anything else in here to make the room dark, and because my fiance is working night shifts and has to sleep at daytime sometimes, we really needed something, and what we just did was buy blackout curtains and put them in here. That was just not something I am ever imagined having in my bedroom. Like, black curtains aren't that beautiful. So the black IKEA with the gold lamp and then gold mirror actually, you know, tie it all in together. Also, the mirror I'm gonna link down below because it was a very, very good find. I got it off Amazon and it was a very good price. You usually pay a lot more for a mirror like that. Also, standing in here, right there, are our new chairs. I have one in the upstairs living room waiting for you to be seen, but the other three are still in the parcels, so that is standing in the middle of our bedroom right now. So this is our staircase and I really like it. I really like the wood, and also it's really one of my favorite parts of the flat, also because of the artwork we have hanging here. The posters are from DSM and I'm gonna link them down below if I can find them, just because I love them so much. I don't like staircases with like holes in it where you could like fall through. I know that's not possible, but I really like closed staircases. Speaking of falling, I did slip and I fell down the last couple of stairs a few weeks ago, and my fiance was up there playing a computer game and he had his headphones on and he did not hear me fall. I could have died and he would not have heard that. Can you imagine? The cats came running like instantly and I was sitting on the last stairs afterwards, like holding whatever was aching, moaning, and I really tried to not cry and he did not hear it at all. So yeah, but let's just go upstairs and I'll show you the rest of the flat. We are now upstairs and in the part of the flat that I personally love the most. We have an open space concept in the whole area. We have a kitchen right there, have our working space over there, and then we have our table right here and our sofa behind me. Let's start with our dining space. I wanted to separate the dining space, although it's, you know, in the middle of the whole open area. And what we actually did was just get a carpet from IKEA, which has this rough and natural feeling to it. Then our original chairs were these wooden ones, where we actually lost one of them. You probably can see it on our balcony. But we did actually get some new ones, which you're going to see in a bit. It's beautiful. It's everything I ever dreamed of in a chair. This table we actually made ourselves. Bought the iron table legs for I think 19 euros 80, and the table top is the tabletop of an old table from Max's parents, so we were just very, very lucky to get that, and I think the finish looks very beautiful, and I think it's gonna look even more beautiful with the new chairs and the new flat. Then behind the table we have the IKEA shelf, and I have been looking for that one, or when we moved in here I had waited for that one to come back in stock, just like I think everyone does now with everything at IKEA. Yeah, I really wanted this shelf to tie in with the legs of the table and also with our black IKEA furniture. We have a lot of IKEA furniture in the black tone, as you maybe can already tell, and yeah, I really wanted one shelf just to have as a beautiful eye catcher in our flat, and I think that it's kind of pretty, but it could do with a little bit more like decorative elements, but for now I think it's fine. On this side we have a little like nook, which would be perfect if you had like a chair, something, also maybe a tiny desk. But what we did was just put this IKEA sideboard there, and we have the second cat litter on the bottom, so it's just a little bit hidden, but not so hidden. And we put this grey floof for the cats to sleep in on top of the sideboard. And in the sideboard we just have all of our games, just some bits and bobs and candles. This shelf is actually holding a lot of candles. But another problem we have is that we do not have enough space for our games. We are passionate game players, and especially, I mean, board games. We do have to think about a solution for that problem as well. So this is our little lounge space within our open space, and I really wanted to have a light grey sofa, and that one was a great find price-wise as well. It has a sleeping option and also some storage underneath there, where we have all the extra bedding and pillows and everything. And this table right here is a very great find from my dad's second-hand furniture store. It's a black table with some gold accents and a glass tabletop, and it's just perfect because it ties in the whole space again. We have the same lamp hanging there as we have in the bedroom, so there is the black and the gold again, and then the black, you know, with all the furniture, and also the IKEA shelf and the table legs from our dining table, and then, you know, the glass again like the IKEA shelf, so it just ties it all together perfectly. Also we have this glass wall going to our balcony. Yes, that's it. At the back I have some Polaroids hanging on a fairy light. Something I want to say is that we had to do something to stop the light from coming in here in the summer. It's great in the winter time. We do not need to put the heating on whatsoever if it's sunny, because it just warms up the space a lot. But in the summer, you know, that's not what you want. Also in the winter we need to shut the blinds if it is very, very sunny that day. Welcome to our kitchen. I do not have to say a lot about this kitchen. It's a very modern space. We try to keep it as clean as possible. I wish this storage unit right there was just a little bit higher, like maybe had one more top drawer, because we had to put a lot of things on top of it, which is, you know, not looking as neat. And another example that we have a storage problem in this flat. There is another space at the back of the kitchen where you could put another freezer or maybe some more shelving, but we just put our yellow litter thing and the shopping bags that we collected over the last couple of years, which is actually a lot, but will come in handy when we are going to move to put in all the stuff, so that's great. And this is the last part of our flat, and it's also not the most flattering one. We separated this space for one, have Max his gaming space, and secondly to have my desk at the back there. And let me just say, it is very cluttered. You have seen it in another video that my desk space is actually very cluttered, and that's something I have been struggling forever with. So my mission for the new flat is to declutter the space and just have as minimal things as possible on my desk, which means just my computer and that's it, and have all my stationery bits and bobs stored somewhere else. I do have to say, the sideboard you have seen in our bedroom was actually the sideboard that was holding all of my stationery items when I was living on my own, and we did refunction that, so I did lose that space. I did not tidy it up because you've already seen how cluttered it is, and again, there is no point. I don't even know where to put those things. I do need to declutter and maybe throw some things away I'm not using anymore, but yeah, that's that. There is also the cat tray right behind me, and I have my keyboard right there standing as well. And then the last thing, and this is not a very good filming situation we've going on there, is our balcony, and let me just say it's a whole failure. Like, we did this pallet lounge, and last winter the cover-up actually flew away and everything was snowy and wet, and then we had to get them inside and dry them, and then our cat peed on it and it just took a whole spiral down and we have to throw it away. We have that broken chair standing outside because we need to throw that one away as well. And then our grill is standing on wooden furniture, and yeah, that one's not looking good as well. Also, I spent over 200 euros at the garden center for some plants and they did not survive. I am very bad with plants, and as you can see, not only because of the cats, but also because I make every plant die. We do not have any plants in here. It is something I want to try again, maybe with the help of my fiance, in our new flat. But at the moment I am actually looking into fake plants just because, you know, I can't make those die. So I thought I would sit down and quickly talk you through all the things about our flat which might be interesting for you. So basically we pay 925 euros a month, and included in that is the rent, water and heating, and you know, all of the things that come with a flat, like insurances and stuff. We do need to pay for electricity and internet separately, but that's it. So in those 925 euros also is one parking spot where Max is parking his car. There are plenty of other options to park a car, but it just comes with the flat, so I have to pay for it. I think it's the 25 euros. It's 20 or 25. I have written the pros and cons I could think of about this flat, and starting with my pros, I love the high industrial ceilings. These were actually industrial halls and they have been turned into flats, which I think is a great concept because they haven't been used anymore, and you can also see that throughout the whole quarter. So actually this is like a huge area with lots of flats and houses just like ours, and I love the industrial flair, love the ceilings. I am really gonna miss those. Then next thing is our big balcony. If we hadn't let it come to this point where it's at right now, and if we would be living here any longer, I guess we would make an effort to just make it beautiful again, but at the moment it's not looking that pretty. Still, I think it's a very, very great balcony, a lot of space. Also, the windows, they make it so bright in here, lots of light, and yeah, I just think that's great, and I'm gonna miss it in the new flat. We do have a balcony, but it's not as big as this one, maybe half that size, maybe even smaller. Then one thing I really loved are our wooden floors. I love the flooring, I really like it. It's light, and also we have a floor heating system, which means that first of all our cats are loving it, and second of all I am loving it. So that is something I'm gonna miss as well. And the last thing on my list is the open concept, and I kind of have that as a pro and as a con. I love the open concept for the kitchen, dining area and lounge area. I really want to have an open concept if we were ever to build a house or buy a house, to just have all that tied in together. I think it's really nice when you are cooking and you still like can have a conversation with your partner or family or whoever, if they are like sitting where I'm sitting right now. And just also if you have guests over, it's just a lot nicer to be able to have them sit at the dining table, stand in the kitchen, do something, and still be part of the conversation. That is something I really love and I really want to have in the future again, because we do not have an open concept in the new flat. Gonna miss that. I think I'm gonna miss that the most. But also it's good because trips from the lounge to the kitchen are longer, and we might reduce those to get some crisps or sweets. So that might be a pro as well for the new flat. And then talking about the cons, there is no extra storage. I think I've shown you that enough and sufficient in the tour. We also don't have like an extra room where we could do our laundry in. Then there's obviously no bathtub, which, you know, I'm looking forward to having the new flat as well. And also talking about, you know, the open concept, there is no separate third room, which has been something, or is something, I only would say I have to criticize because I had to work from home due to COVID, or I still, or again, need to work from home, and also write my bachelor thesis, do uni stuff, write my master's thesis. Okay, no, that's gonna be in the new flat. And I would have loved to just have 2 separate spaces for Max and me where he can play his computer games and I could learn and write things for uni and work for work. So this is something we have said we are definitely going to be doing in the new flat. We are going to have 2 separate spaces for that, just so everybody can do its own thing, his or her own thing as they need. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flat tour. I hope you take away some things you can think of when you are looking at flats. Just keep in mind extra storage, like a cellar or something, is very important. I would never ever do that again. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up and also subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I'll see you again in the next one, and I'll see you again in our new flat. Bye!